Good morning, students. Today's topic is tracing changes through a thousands of years. Here we shall discuss about the new and old terminology, historian and their sources, the value of papers, new social and political groups, then region and empire, language and region, old and new religion, and lastly, thinking about time and historical periods. Now, we shall discuss about the new and old terminology. Historical records exist in a variety of languages. These languages have changed considerably over the years and years. For example, medieval Persian is different from the modern Persian language. The term Hindustan is today understood as India, the modern nation states. In the 13th century, it meant that area of Punjab, Haryana, and the lands between the Ganga and the Yamuna. In the early 16th century, Jalaluddin Muhammad Babur used Hindustan to describe the geography, fauna, and culture of the inhabitants of the subcontinent. Now we shall discuss about the historians and their sources. The number and variety of textual records increased day by day. Paper became gradually cheaper and more cheaper and widely available. Manuscripts were collected by wealthy people and placed in libraries. These manuscripts provided a lot of details information to the historians. Scribes copied manuscript by hand as there was no printing presses at that time. As they copied manuscript, they also introduced small changes, a word here, a sentence there. The value of paper. In the middle of 20th century, if a scholar wanted to copy a book, there was not enough paper. Shortage of paper is there. So he watched the writing of manuscript and did not want to reuse it. Here we shall discuss about the new social and political groups. The thousands year between 700 to 1750 saw a variety of developments. Group of people travel long distance in search of opportunity, in search of food, in search of job. New food and beverages arrives. Potatoes, corn, chili, tea, and coffee. This was a period of economic, political, social, and cultural changes. New technologies made their appearance. The Persian wheel in irrigation is most important. Second, the spinning wheel in weaving. One group of people who became important in this period were the Rajputs, a name derived from Rajaputra or the son of a ruler, that is Rajput. Between 8th to 14th century, the term was applied to a group of warriors group who claimed Kshatriyas caste status. The term included not just ruler and the chieftain but also soldiers and the commanders. Other groups of people were the Maratha, Sikh, Jats, Ahoms, and Kayasthas. Throughout this period, there was gradual cleaning of forest day by day. Most forest dwellers were forced to migrate. Others titled the land and become peasants. The new peasants group were influenced by the chieftains, priests, monasteries, and temples. They were required to pay taxes and offer goods and services to the local lords. Some possessed more land, others kept cattle. People were grouped into jatis. Here, jatis were formed. The status of the same jati could vary from area to area. Jatis form their own rules, their own regulations. These regulations were enforced by the Jati Panchayat and controlled by the Jati Panchayat. Next, region and empire. Large states of the Cholas, Tughlaqs, or Mughals encompassed many regions. A Sanskrit Prasasti praised the Delhi Sultan Ghyasuddin Balban of being the ruler of the vast empire. People of different regions, Gouda, Andhra, Kerala, Karnataka, Maharashtra, fled before his armies. Occasionally, dynasties like Cholas, Khaljis, Tughlaq, and Mughals built an empire that was pan-regional empire. We shall discuss later. When the Mughal Empire declined, it led to the re-emergence of the regional states. Now we shall discuss about the language. Now we shall discuss about the languages and the regions. Every region of this land had a different language. The Avasamudri was in southern Karnataka, Gauri in Bengal, Awadhi in eastern Uttar Pradesh, and Hindavi in the area around the Delhi. Sanskrit did not belong to any region. It was an old language. Common people did not know it. Only the Brahmanas used the Sanskrit languages. Old and the new religions. Important changes occurred in Hinduism. These included worship of the new deities, construction of temples, growing importance of Brahmanas and the priests. One of the major development was the idea of bhakti. This was a region that devotees could reach without the aids of the priests or the elaborate rituals. No regions appeared in the subcontinent. Merchants and migrants brought the teaching of the Holy Quran to India in 7th century. Many rulers were patrons of the Islam and the ulama. And like Hinduism, Islam was interpreted in a variety of ways by its followers. Now we shall discuss about the thinking of the time and the historical periods. British historians divided the history of India into three periods, that is Hindu, Muslim, and British. Ancient time, medieval time, and present time. The division was based on the idea of that religion of rulers was the only important historical change. Most historians look to economic and the social factors to characterize the different movement of the past. After all, the 16th and the 18th centuries were quite different from 8th and the 11th century. Therefore, describing the entire period as one historical unit is not without its problem.